Breaking news, an hours-long firefight continues into the night. The Canyon Fire has exploded in size to nearly 5,000 acres. It started near Lake Piru in Ventura County and is pushing east into LA County toward Castaic, Hasley Canyon, and Val Verde. At least one home has burned and a school is threatened. As flames came close to a football field, mandatory evacuations are in place with both people and animals leaving the area. KCAL News reporter Lauren Posen kicks off our team coverage tonight. And Lauren, you're in Castaic, where homeowners are worried.
I just got an update from firefighters, and they tell me that they're working to build what's called a line around the fire to stop it and prevent it from going to I-5. They also tell me that they are going to be doing drops tonight as well. Now, what's happening here behind me, this is called a checkpoint, and what the deputies are doing up there is they're checking everyone's ID, and they told me they're only letting people up if they have to get animals, and then they have to come right back down. A fast-moving brush fire exploded on one of the hottest days of summer.
I got the notification on my phone, came home. I thought, fires pop up all the time, not a big deal. By the time we got home, the cloud of smoke was coming up over that hill and going east, right over our property.
Firefighters say it started near Lake Piru in Ventura County just after 1:30 in the afternoon and quickly grew to over 1,000 acres, moving into parts of LA County.
Home for maybe like 10 minutes. The fire moved so fast. I jumped in a bulldozer, tried to do whatever I could, and then it just got too gnarly.
He lives near Hasley Canyon Road, and as he pulled out, he says firefighters were just showing up, and the flames were getting bigger by the second.
20 feet tall, probably. Yeah, there's so much dry brush out there that it's a mess, and the fire was moving so fast. It was in the matter of an hour. I mean, it probably moved 5 or 10 miles.
A sky cow caught flames tearing through at least one home near Hasley Canyon Road and Ayala. LA County Fire and Ventura County Fire are working in unified command with help from the Angeles National Forest providing air support. More than 150 firefighters, 11 fixed-wing aircraft, and 7 helicopters are battling to get control of the flames. The smoke sent some livestock running. One man told us he didn't have enough time to grab his animals because things happened so fast.
Maybe 20, 30 animals that we left behind that we couldn't take out. It's scary because we don't know what happened to them or what's going to be when we get back.
People who aren't under mandatory evacuation orders are staying on standby, some waiting it out in their cars.
We're a little bit surrounded by, quite a few other homes, but that doesn't seem to matter anymore. These fires get going and they can get through there pretty quick. When we can see it coming, we're out of here.
And as for the animal evacuation, large animals are being taken to Pierce College, and smaller animals are going to both Agoura and Castaic LA Animal Services. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you. Let's go up now to Desmond Shaw live in SkyCal. And as this fire is now nearly 5,000 acres, and it is getting bigger by the minute.
It definitely is so big that I can't really show it all to you here on the screen at the same time. Here's one line of flames beginning to encroach into the Hasley Canyon area. I'll widen out and show you all that we are talking about here and where we think this may have begun, where I noticed some crime tape that was set up earlier near a gun range. That is definitely where the fire department will be investigating where they believe that the fire may have started. We want to also show you the first home that we witnessed burning a little bit earlier this afternoon. Couldn't tell if the home was occupied or if it was abandoned or not, but it definitely burned. There was an RV there on the property as well. And we also want to show you Castaic High School up here on this ridge line, which had a very, very close call with some flames earlier. The helicopters that were on this had to actually switch to structure protection, and they battled those flames back. It looks like the immediate danger is over, but definitely not out of the woods on this one. We're definitely concerned about the 5 freeway. It's open right now. It is not affected other than smoke going across the roadway. Could be a different story into the overnight hours as the onshore flow begins to push the fire. I'm going to put up the map and show you. We are talking about a lot of uphill topography here. This is what fire can use to its advantage to spread very quickly. Live at SkyCal overhead, I'm Desmond Shaw. I want to go to Mike Rogers now on the desk with some of these evacuations.
Hey, Des, A new one just popped up, and it's right at the tip of the fire here. I want to show it to you. It's this area here. It's called Gold State D is the evacuation order. It's just that very small chunk. It had been previously in a voluntary area and a warning. Now it is now a mandatory evacuation. You can see why, because this outline, this orange outline here, that is the footprint of the fire as of the most recent mapping. And as Desmond was mentioning, it is pushing directly north and east, almost to the 5 freeway here. So this is Castaic High School, where Desmond was just talking about. And when we look at this, you can see the topography here, and you can see that Desmond was talking about the hillsides. Well, that's exactly what was happening here, especially near Castaic High School. As we come in a little bit closer, you see it made it just right on top of the ridge of this school before those fire crews were able to use those water dropping helicopters to really knock it back and try to keep it away from the school. But their work still remains. They're still out here too. We can actually find them on the map right here as they're still working to put this out. Here's one right here. This is a water dropping helicopter that is currently doing that work, and you'll see them kind of fly through the area there as they're going through the south end of the fire where those mandatory evacuations are, been doing that work. One last look at SkyCal tonight. We'll show you those flames still on the hillside. A fire that was small at 600 acres when we first got here earlier this afternoon has very, very quickly ballooned as the fire starts to work its way back down the hillside. You can see it happening right there as the wind, offshore wind, according to firefighters, starts to fan this. Rita Bay?
Mike, thank you. And meteorologist Danny Roberti is tracking the firefighting conditions and has your next weather alert. And it is so hot out there. Danny, thank you. And we will continue to track the Canyon fire and the firefighting conditions throughout the news. An update just minutes away. Well, the heat comes at a terrible time for thousands in the Sando Valley. It's their second out running water. KCAL News reporter Hunter Sowards is live in Porter Ranch, where there's also concern for animals tonight. Hunter.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We were at one of those distribution centers here in Porter Ranch. Things a lot quieter right now, but I can tell you that line backed up half a mile throughout the entire afternoon. Now, as you mentioned, though, it's not just the people. I spoke to one woman who's scrambling to figure out a way to care for dozens of horses.
DWP, this is their mistake. This is their problem.
Tamara Brown boards her horse Scarlet at Hillcrest Ranch in Granada Hills.
She's a good girl.
Temperatures reached over 100 degrees with water supply running low and information on help DWP hard to find.
It's been very confusing. A lot of misinformation, no information.
While they have enough water thanks to a private tank for tonight, it's not enough to last through the weekend for the 40 horses boarded here. DWP said animal control would bring a tank, but they haven't heard when it could arrive. Brown fears the animal will be in a dangerous position soon.
Very frustrating. It feels like us, little ranch people, are at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to a crisis like this.
DWP in a race against time to repair a broken underground, saying obstruction, fiber optic lines and oil pipes making their work even more difficult.
That'll take its toll after a while.
One of the 9,000 people without water is David Young.
It's been pretty inconvenient. You take for granted the things that you do all the time, like rinse out a dish.
He's bringing fresh water to his 88-year-old mother who lives nearby, wondering when he'll be able to water his plants.
All the way forward, please.
Down the street at one of several distribution sites.
It wasn't that long. Shorter than what I expected.
I'm just clocked for 25 minutes. Not at all.
People are trying to stay positive.
Just hang in there. This is part of life, We'll survive. Whispers.
Yeah, certainly staying positive. Now, Holly Burnson Memorial Park, where we are right now, one of several distribution sites in the area, is going to open right at 7 a.m. It's important to note they were hoping to get that water back on by tomorrow. DWP warning this could last.
Police say they've arrested the man we told you about yesterday. He is the man in